before we find out how we find area, we need to know what it is. Now, area is quite simply just the space you have on the inside of a shape. Okay, so we have this shape here. That area on the inside is the area, how much area it takes up. Now, when we measure area, we measure it in a unit squared. So what I mean is we have centimetres squared, or metres squared, or you might have kilometres squared. And the reason we call them kilometres squared, centimetres squared, metres squared, because when we judge area, we can't just use a unit like centimetres, which goes in a straight line. So what is technically being done is it's broken into a little box. So see if this was being broken into centimetres squared, that would be 1 centimetre, and that would be 1 centimetre, that 1 centimetre, that 1 centimetre. So it's a little square, okay, with 1 centimetre sides. Now, this one is easy to find the area of because it's cut into different squares. So we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if that was centimetres squared, that would be 8 centimetres squared. Now, unfortunately, not always can we cut it into different squares. And as well as that, when we do get test questions, they're not normally drawn to scale, which means they're not the right size. So you couldn't even spend ages drawing the lines to work out what it is. So I'm going to show you how to do it. If I said to you, I know from that's 1, 2, 3, 4 centimetres, and that's 2 centimetres, we can see a pattern. What we have to do to find the area of a square or a rectangle is turn the length by the width. Okay, so 4 times 2 would have given us the 8 centimetres squared, so we wouldn't have had to count the boxes. So now we can do it without cutting all these shapes into boxes. So let's have a few examples. If we had this one here, and this was 10 metres across there, and 5 metres across there, we would do 10 times 5, and we would get 50 metres. Okay. If we had this one here, now obviously with the square, if we had 3 and 3 would go centimetres. Okay, we do 3 times 3, or you might want to call it 3 squared, which would give us 9 centimetres squared. Okay, so on a square, when you do a square, you just square the number because we're doing 3 times 3 because we know all the sides are the same. So let's go on to this rectangle here. Say if we had 7 centimetres and 5 centimetres, simply do 7 times 5 and get 35 centimetres squared. Now, with triangles, if we want to find the area here, okay, it's quite simple when you think about it because a triangle would be half of a rectangle or a square. If we see if I put another one on there. So what we do if we had, say, 2 and 3, we'll go for metres there. Okay, if we do 2 times 3, 2 times 3 would get us 6, sorry. But then we know it's half of what a square or half of a rectangle. So we divide it by 2 and we would get 3 metres squared. So we find the area as if it was a square or a rectangle and then we half it in order to find the area of a triangle. Easy when we've got shapes like this, but let's look at what we need to do when we look at some composite shapes. So now we have some composite shapes, shape made up of more than one shape. So we've got rectangles and triangles here, and we need to find the area. And it's quite simple really, we know how to find the area of squares and rectangles. So all we do is we break our shapes into those. So if I put a line down here, I can see I've sort of got shape A there and shape B there. Now I know shape A is 6 by 4. So 6 times 4, that would give me 24 centimetres squared. And I know my shape here is 10 centimetres by 5B. So I would get 10 times 5, which would be 50 centimetres squared. So I know the area of A and B, so if I want the whole shape together, I add them together, and my A and B would be 50 plus my 24, 74 centimetres squared. Quite easy. Now let's look at this shape here. Again, we've got 2 shapes. Break it into shapes you know to find the area of. A rectangle and a triangle. A here is going to be easy because I've got the 2 dimensions I need. So it's 5 times 6, which equals 30 centimetres squared. And B, I need to find out what this length is here. Okay, because this side here is going to be 5 because we know opposite sides of a rectangle are the same. But because I know the opposite sides of rectangles are the same, I know that this here is 6 centimetres. And if that's 6 and the full amount is 11, whatever I've got left over, if I take 6 away, will be what I've got left here. So that would be 5 centimetres, because 11 take away 6 is 5. So I've got 5 times 5, which is 25 centimetres squared. Add them together to get the area of the whole shape, which would be 55 centimetres squared. Okay, so there's how to find the area of simple shapes and of composite shapes. I hope that really helped. Hope you found that video useful, guys, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. You'll get notifications of any videos that I put up as and when I do. Please share it if you know anyone that will benefit from this and find it useful. And if you've got any questions or anything, comment or use the Twitter or the Facebook page. Till next time, see you later.